India, mainly in the northeastern states as well as the state of Kerala. I'm also thankful to FICCI for basically organizing this fest virtually, and by doing so, helping so many people involved in bamboo industries to learn what is happening in the industrial sphere of late, as well as to get connected to those people who would otherwise not have been connected. So thanking very much FICCI, the Government of India, and industry organizations who are involved in this fest, as well as all the participants who have taken time and effort to reach out to this fest and attending the same. With these few words, let me thank once again everyone, and I end my keynote address. Thanks, one and all.
Thank you, sir. I invite Dr. Alka Bhargava, IFS, Additional Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India, for the special address.
Thank you so much. Honorable Minister for Industries, Government of Kerala, Shri E.P. Jayarajan sir, Dr. Elangovan, Principal Secretary Industries, Shri Mohammad Hanish, Principal Secretary Industries, Shri Deepak Aswani, Co-Chair FICCI Kerala, Shri M.G. Rajamanikam, Director Industries and Commerce, and Shri Ramesh Chandran, Additional Director. Ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, I'd really like to congratulate Government of Kerala for organizing this virtual event, which is very useful for enabling this traditional festival of Kerala to continue even in these pandemic times. I had the privilege of visiting this festival about 2 years back and must say that it's a real impressive effort. And the whole array of products which has been listed out today that are being exhibited in this virtual event, I'm sure it will be very useful, and I look forward to hearing about orders being received by our traditional artisans as well as the industrial products. And I also note the participation of the machinery manufacturers. This is one sector in which we need to identify quality indigenous equipment suited to our bamboo, more efficient results, and the end product being acceptable to industry in case it's a primary processing machinery or equipment. And in the same vein, I would also request the industries department to assist these manufacturers to register their products on the GEM portal, the government e-market portal, so that more and more government procurement can start. Not only Government of India, but a lot of states are also using the GEM portal for their procurement. So starting on that note, I'd like to just recapitulate the 2.5 years of journey of the restructured National Bamboo Mission after it was launched in mid 2018-19, and can also look back with some satisfaction on some systemic changes which have been brought in the way of policy, program implementation, and creating a network of bamboo people. So that the last portion has been the most sort of enthusing for all of us. The earlier bamboo mission had largely looked at plantations, which were carried out both in forest areas as well as on private lands. But somehow the post-harvest management was being carried out by another mission, the National Mission for Bamboo Applications. So there was little less of convergence. So looking at the experience of these two other earlier missions and other activities going on, a more holistic kind of a mission was launched in 1819. And in addition to what the activities are being financed by NBM, we are also trying to catalyze and energize the entire ecosystem and interacting constantly with industry players as well as bulk consumers, R&D institutions, civil society, and also bringing it up in our bilateral discussions with some of the major countries which have very good expertise in the bamboo sector. But however, a lot more needs to be done, and for that purpose, a national consultation is being organized in a virtual mode again on the opportunities and challenges for bamboo in India on the 25th and 26th of this month. So now the areas which the mission has been focusing on is agarbatti, construction, home decor, lifestyle products, fiber, charcoal, etc. And all this requires infusion of new technology to increase efficiencies, ease of working, as well as development of new products. We are constantly coming in touch with startups with new ideas and technologies and bringing in new products into the markets. An important area where bamboo can become a major contributor is the replacement of plastics, thermocol, foil, as you all know, are very, very big sources of pollution. There is a mix of natural bamboo articles like drinking straws, bottles, mugs. I mean, some of the entrepreneurs in Kerala are doing amazing work in these products. But a bigger opportunity emerging is the conversion of bamboo into fiber, kind of pellets, and then you mold it into a range of disposables, takeaways, all kinds of crockery and cutlery, etc. And these are in high demand, and especially there's a new demand which is emerging is for virgin tissue paper, Tetra Paks and all those kind of things. We're working with industry as well as some state missions have taken an initiative to how to stop import of these raw materials and make our own complete Make in India products. Now, agarbatti has been, the sector has been greatly boosted by the two major policy support by government, shifting raw batti to restricted category and increasing the import duty uniformly to 25%. The first one was done last year in August 2019, and the import duty was increased in June last year. And this has really brought about a change in the way the traditional units have been rejuvenated. And a lot of traditional clusters, especially in the Northeast, Assam, Tripura, and other states also, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttarakhand, have been reaping the outcomes of these very, very major policy decisions by the Government of India. And now the basic task for NBM and the states is to step up plantations of the commercially required species. India has about more than 130 odd species, but not all of them may be useful economically, commercially, or by industry. So we have identified about 10 species based on our interactions with the states and the industry. And as bamboo is the wonder species for many of the other countries like Taiwan, China, etc. Bambusa tulda is a wonder species for us because you name an industry and they all require this species. And of course, down south you have oliveri and you have a number of other species also. And hence we should have special efforts for increasing the area and the yield. So using like certified mother plants, certified seeds, not just from any corner store you buy seeds and plant it out, that will either be a wrong species or it will not be giving the yields which are expected. So the kind of, I mean, the problem which the farmers would face because they would be stuck with this for coming 30, 35 years. So we need to start the story very judiciously and in a very correct manner. And it should be cultivated like any other agriculture crop like sugarcane with proper micro-irrigation, irrigation facilities and fertilizers. So I just like to summarize what more could be, I mean, how Government of India can assist more in this sector. These farmer producer organizations are being formed by our ministry with the target of 10,000 FPOs in the coming 5 years. And there is a plan for making specific bamboo farmer producer organizations. So we would invite proposals even from Kerala. And Assam took a lead actually last year where they've already engaged the existing FPO in raising plantations. And second is harvesting plans for forest bamboo. Kerala has a good potential for harvesting of forest bamboo. So just talk to your forest, the colleagues in your forest department so that they can have the proper harvesting plans made so that the plantations which are being raised today, they would be ready by only 3 to 4 years. So in the meanwhile, industries should not be starved of the feedstock. Then bamboo clusters need to be developed with a plug-and-play facility since power has most often been flagged as a major problem, uninterrupted stable power. And so that there are no dips and surges in frequency and drops in voltage, which hampers efficiency. Then we also have an agri-infra fund, which was launched last year, 1 lakh crore fund, which has been placed with NABARD. And from there, you can use it for primary processing infrastructure. And this would be a interest subvented loan. So this also you can go to the website and get more details or come back to us. We will give you more details on this. The industry departments of the states may identify vacant plots and industrial sheds in notified industrial areas for the benefit of bamboo entrepreneurs. This will assist the prospective entrepreneurs for selection of the factory locations. then skill development is the key. And I have come across really good entrepreneurs in Kerala who can be accredited as master trainers to have a full next generation of good artisans who have the skills for contemporary design, innovations, etc., so that the marketability of these products can increase. Then based on the experience of 2 years, we are also reforming various activities which are eligible for assistance so that greater impact is visible on the ground. And in this context, I would like to reiterate that we in Government of India are working closely, like 14 ministries and departments are working in this sector as per their business allocation. So similarly, like for example, Kerala, the mission is anchored in Industries Department. But you should work closely with agriculture and the forest department, because forest department has the know-how for nurseries and for plantations. Agriculture knows the farmers, and industry can take forward the post-harvest, the product development, marketing, branding, etc. So that was in a nutshell what we are looking at from the state government, so that this can be taken in more proactively. And also taking the opportunity of the presence of Honorable Minister and senior officers of Kerala, I would like to press upon the need for Kerala to work more proactively with the mission. So that, I mean, just to flag the issue of, like, we had given the funds in 2018-19, and as I understand, the funds reached the department only this year in 2021. So this kind of hampers your plans, because the plans which were made in 18-19 have still not been completed. So that the best would be if you can give us your proposals early in the year and take both installments and complete your entire action plan. So that will lead to really good, I mean, outcomes. And also, just in conclusion, I recall a letter which had come from the Kerala State Bamboo Corporation Limited for, flagging the issue that there, because of the COVID, the production and sales of bamboo mats had really gone down. So we approached the Department of Food and Public Distribution here in Government of India, and immediately a letter has gone to Indian Sugar Mills Association as well as the National Federation of Cooperative Sugar Factories Limited. So for encouraging the use of bamboo mats in their their storage and other works. So this letter is posted on our website also. So Kerala government can take this forward with the National Federation of Cooperative Sugar Factories as well as the Indian Sugar Mills Association. So that was in a nutshell what our thinking is about the National Bamboo Mission, and I would really look forward to hearing about the good networking between producers and buyers that happens in these 3-4 days, so that all these products can be mainstreamed in the domestic, as well as we can make a better foray in the global markets also. Thank you so much. I just take leave, Mr. Langovan, because there's a meeting going on. So I'll catch up with you later. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the special address. Now I invite Sri E.P. Jayarajan, Honorable Minister for the Industries and Sports and Youth Affairs, Government of Kerala, for delivering inaugural address.
Ranjit, there is no audio in the. Yeah, I think there's. Sir, hello.
Savio, there's no sound.
അത് സ്കിപ്പ് ചെയ്തേ റൺ സ്കിപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് എന്നിട്ട് ഫെലിസിറ്റേഷൻ കൊടുക്കാണ്ട് റൺ ചെയ്യാം. Sir, Savio here. I think there's some technical issue with the video. We'll run that video, sir. Meanwhile, with your permission, can we move to the next speaker, Sri Deepika Lashwani, with your permission for the felicitation?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, Deepika Lashwani, sir, can you proceed with your felicitation? Meanwhile, we'll sort out this technical issue with the audio with the minister.
Honorable Minister for Industry, Sports and Youth Affairs, Shri Jayarajan. Principal Secretary Industries and Norca, Shri Dr. K. Ilangovan, IAS. Dr. Alka Bhargava, IFS, Additional Secretary, Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Shri M.V. Ram Rajamanikam, IAS, Director of Industries and Commerce and State Mission Director, NBM. Shri APM Mohammad Dhanish, IAS, Principal Secretary Industries. And Mr. R. Ramesh Chandran, Additional Director, Industries and Commerce. FICCI is extremely happy to partner with Industries Department, Government of Kerala, and the Kerala State Bamboo Mission, KSBM, and Kerala Bureau of Industrial Promotion, KBIP, in organizing the Kerala Bamboo Fest in virtual platform. Bamboo has unrivaled capacity to capture carbon. It releases 35% more oxygen into the atmosphere than an equivalent stand of hardwood trees. Bamboo is stronger than oak. Bamboo is more resistant to rot and warping due to the moisture as compared to most other wood. People who have tried linens made from bamboo have shortly refused to use anything but bamboo bed dressing at home. Bamboo has finally become recognized as an extremely earth-friendly material. It shines above other materials in a number of different ways. Bamboo products are quickly replacing many plastic items for a number of reasons. We will be surprised to note that even motorcycle helmets, pillows, sheets, towels, and clothing, bicycles, skateboard, snowboard, surfboards, and fishing rods, and including phone and laptop cases. We learned that most of the sellers in Kerala, mainly bamboo artisans, are using the virtual platform for the first time and will be getting an opportunity to interact with buyers registered from various parts of the country and outside. FICCI has arranged a few B2Bs and GTBs and will arrange more B2Bs during the event days. We assure full support and cooperation to Industries Department Kerala and Bamboo Mission for the wholehearted support and cooperation for the successful conduct of Kerala Bamboo Fest. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepak Kalashwani, for the felicitations. The video of the minister is being sorted out. After 2 minutes, it will be getting ready. So, yeah, the video is ready. So, can we run the video, sir, with the permission?
I invite Sri E.P. Jayarajan, Honorable Minister for Industries, Sports and Youth Affairs, Government of Kerala, to deliver the inaugural address.
No sound. മേഖലയിൽ ഏറെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട വ്യവസായം നിരവധി തൊഴിലാളികൾ മേഖലയുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന പൊതുമേഖലാ സ്ഥാപനമാണ് വകുപ്പിന്റെ കീഴിൽ സർക്കാരിന്റെ കീഴിൽ വലിയ വികസന പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളാണ് ഈ മേഖലയിൽ ഉണ്ടായത്. സ്ഥാപനത്തിന്റെ നിരവധി നടപ്പാക്കി വൈവിധ്യവൽക്കരണവും ആധുനികവൽക്കരണവും ബാമ്പു വ്യവസായങ്ങൾക്ക് നടപ്പിലാക്കിയ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ എല്ലാം ഇത്തരപ്പെട്ട് 50 തൊഴിലാളികൾക്ക് ന്യായവിലക്ക് മികച്ച ബാമ്പോട്ടൈ വിപണിക്കണം. കണ്ണൂർ, കോഴിക്കോട് കേന്ദ്രങ്ങളിൽ ഇത് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ഓൺലൈൻ മാർക്കറ്റ് ബഹറിലേക്ക് ഒരു ഘട്ടത്തിൽ അസംസ്കൃത വസ്തുവിന്റെ 30% നിന്ന് 1500 ഏക്കറിൽ മുള വെച്ചുപിടിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ആദ്യപടിയായി കണ്ണൂർ ആറളത്ത് 300 ഏക്കർ വനഭൂമിയിൽ മുള വെച്ചുപിടിപ്പിക്കുന്നു. നഗരത്തിൽ ഇത് സ്റ്റിക്കിന്റെ നിർമ്മാണവും വിൽപ്പനയും ആരംഭിച്ചു. പ്രവർത്തനം തുടങ്ങിയത് വില കുറഞ്ഞതും ഗുണമേന്മയേറിയതുമായ നിർമ്മാണവും തുടങ്ങി. നിർമ്മിച്ച വനവും ചേർന്ന നിർമ്മാണം കെട്ടിടങ്ങളും വീടുകളും മൂടി പിടിപ്പിക്കുന്നതിനൊപ്പം ഗുണനിലവാരമുള്ള ഉത്പന്നങ്ങൾ പൊതുജനങ്ങളെ വിപുലമായ പ്രദർശന വിപണന കേന്ദ്രം ഉപരകത്ത് കേന്ദ്രത്തിലൊരുക്കി. ഇത്തരത്തിൽ മുള വ്യവസായ മേഖലയിൽ ചരിത്രപരമായ നിരവധി പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ സംഘടിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് മുന്നേറ്റമുണ്ടാക്കാൻ സാധിച്ചു. സംരംഭകത്വം പ്രോത്സാഹിപ്പിക്കാനാണ് 2003 സംസ്ഥാന ബാമ്പു വ്യവസായ വകുപ്പിന്റെ കീഴിൽ രൂപീകരിച്ചു. കേരള ബ്യൂറോ ഓഫ് മുള മേഖലയിലുള്ള സങ്കീർണമായ ഉറവിടത്തെക്കുറിച്ചും വിപണന സാധ്യതകളെക്കുറിച്ചുമുള്ള ധാരണക്കുറവ്, നൈപുണ്യ വികസനത്തിന്റെ അഭാവം പരിഹരിക്കാനാണ് ബാമ്പു മിഷനിലൂടെ നൈപുണിക വികസനം, സാങ്കേതിക പരിശീലനം, മാർക്കറ്റിംഗ്, വികസനങ്ങൾ തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ള പരിപാടികളിലൂടെ ഈ മേഖലയ്ക്ക് പ്രചോദനം നൽകുന്ന പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളും മുള മേഖലയിലെ ഉൽപ്പന്നങ്ങൾ ബാമ്പു മിഷൻ നടത്തുന്ന പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളിൽ ഒന്നാണ് എല്ലാ വർഷവും നടത്തുന്ന കേരള ബാമ്പു ഫെസ്റ്റ്. മുള ഉൽപ്പന്നങ്ങളെ കുറിച്ച് പൊതുജനങ്ങളെ കേരളത്തിലെ സമാന മേഖലയിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നവരും തമ്മിൽ ആശയവിനിമയം നടത്താൻ അവസരമൊരുക്കുന്ന മേളകൾ നാടിന്റെ പാരമ്പര്യം, സംസ്കാരം വിളിച്ചോതുന്നതാണ്. ഇതര സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങളിൽ നിന്നുള്ളവരുടെ പങ്കാളിത്തം കേരളത്തിലെ ഉൽപ്പന്നങ്ങളുടെ മൂല്യവർദ്ധനക്ക് കാരണമായി. എടുക്കുന്നവരും വാണിജ്യ നേട്ടം ഉൽപ്പന്നങ്ങളുമായി എത്തുന്നവരെ വീണ്ടും വീണ്ടും മേളയിലെത്തിക്കാൻ ഇത് മേഖലയിലെ തൊഴിലാളികൾക്ക് ആശ്വാസമാകുന്നതാണ്. സ്ഥാപിച്ച ബാംബു ഇന്നവേഷൻ മുള ഉൽപ്പന്നങ്ങളുടെ സാങ്കേതികവും രൂപകൽപ്പന സംബന്ധവുമായ സഹായം വികസന പരിശീലനം ബാംബു മിഷന്റെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങളെ കൂടി അർത്ഥമുണ്ടാകും. കേരളത്തിലെ മുള മേഖലയിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന തൊഴിലാളികൾ മുള ഫർണിച്ചർ നിർമ്മാണം, മുള നിർമ്മാണം, ആഭരണ നിർമ്മാണം തുടങ്ങിയ മേഖലകളിൽ സംസ്ഥാന ബാംബു മിഷൻ സാങ്കേതിക പരിശീലനം നടത്തുന്നു. ഭാവിയിൽ ബാംബു മേഖലയുടെ പുരോഗതിക്ക് വഴിയൊരുക്കും. കരകൗശലക്കാരും ഇതര സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങളിൽ വന്നുള്ളവരും പങ്കെടുക്കുന്ന മേള വൈവിധ്യമാർന്ന ഉൽപ്പന്നങ്ങളെ വലിയ ശേഖരം പൊതുജനങ്ങൾക്ക് ലഭ്യമാക്കാനാണ്. മുള വ്യവസായ മേളയുടെ ഉദ്ഘാടനം നിങ്ങളെ എല്ലാം മായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടുള്ള വ്യവസായ വികസനത്തിൽ മേളയുടെ വിജയത്തിനായി പ്രവർത്തിക്കാൻ എല്ലാവരും ആശംസകൾ നേരുന്നു.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for delivering the inaugural address. We sincerely regret for the technical error in the presentation by the Honorable Minister. Now over to Sri Ramesh Chandran, Additional Director, Industries and Commerce, Government of Kerala, for the vote of thanks.
Good evening. Good evening to all. Respected Minister for Industries, Sports and Youth Affairs, Sri E.P. Jayarajan, Dr. K. Ilangovan, IAS, Principal Secretary Industries, Dr. Alka Bhargava, Additional Secretary, Government of India, Sri M.G. Rajamanikam, Director of Industries, Sri APM Mohammad Anish, IAS, Sri Deepak L. Aswani, ICCI Kerala, participants, other dignitaries, entrepreneurs. The 70th edition of Bamboo Fest has been inaugurated by respected Minister Sri E.P. Jayarajan Avargal. So my duty is to express vote of thanks to the dignitaries and participants in this event. First of all, I express my sincere thanks to Sri E.P. Jayarajan Sir, Honorable Minister for Industries, on behalf of the Department and Government of Kerala for inaugurating the event. Now I express my thanks to Sri Dr. K. Ilangovan, IAS, Principal Secretary Industries, who delivered the keynote address. Dr. Alka Bhargava, IFS, is the Additional Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Government of India. On behalf of Government of Kerala and Industries Department, I express my sincere thanks for giving the special address. So, Sri M.G. Rajamanikam, IAS, is the Director of Industries. I express my thanks for the welcome address by Sri M.G. Rajamanikam. Sri APM Mohammad Anish, IAS, and Sri Deepak Aswani delivered the facilitation address. I express my sincere thanks to both the dignitaries. Finally, I express my sincere thanks and well wishes to the participants in this event from all over India, Kerala and India. And I express my sincere thanks to the officers of KBIP and Sri Suraj, CEO KBIP, for the successful conduct of this event. FICCI is providing the online platform for the for this event. So I express my thanks to FICCI also. And finally, I express my sincere thanks to one and all, and also especially to the media persons and press for this for making this event successful. Thanks to all.
With this, we are coming to the end of the inaugural function of the Kerala Bamboo Fest. And I thank all the officials of the Kerala government and Government of India for participating in this function, and all the participants who have attended this function. Thank you all.